I once knew a girl named Nikki, I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating to a magazine. Welcome to the Steeler Wade Show. What a beautiful day. Coming to you from Southwest Michigan. I hope you're having this beautiful day out wherever you're listening, as I am. Hey, this is the weekend edition. Dun, 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 dun. I got my team, huh? Looking good, looking good. So I'm coming at you with six of the six sexy ass reasons why the Arthur Smith hire is so. You know, they're all talking about this bland, talk bland. But I'm going to come at you with six of them, okay? Also, at the end, look, I don't want to expose it. Six is like the one, right? Okay. Number one, the coaches that he has worked under, it was like he was made, Arthur Smith was made to be our offensive coordinator. You know, Art Rooney has talked to him about wanting somebody there for a long time. He does not plan on removing Tomlin anytime soon, you know, and so we could have some stability there, which we all love, of course. But 13 years ago, he started his career under Mike Munchak when he was the head coach for the Titans. And then after he left, Ken Wisenhunt, and then after that, Mike Mularkey. He stayed with the team, and with each one of these new head coaches coming on, they all advanced him. They kept Smith in the rotation, but advancing him in his different positions. I think it's pretty dang cool. You know, even when Mularkey was fired, you know, he talked to his replacement, Mike Vrabel, you know. He called him and said, hey, if I was you, Smith, you ought to need to rehire Smith, but this time maybe as an offensive coordinator, he's ready. And so it began. All the things that we've been hearing on all these different podcasts about the positive sides about what happened with the Titans and his time there. So it sounds like it was almost destiny. I don't believe in coincidences, but destiny, maybe that's different. One of the things that he talked about in his, get to know you interview that he had with Missy Matthews, he talked about relationships and what needs to be built with the players. If he's going to take this kind of a stance with the relationships that he has to build with these men that he's working with, can you imagine the amplified, to me it'd be magnified, his appreciation for the situations that he's in with these other men, Mike Mularkey, Munch, Ken Wisenhunt, you know. He has been brought up. I can't imagine someone being brought up better for the position than what he is. You know, a lot of these fans are talking about like this, you know, I get the names mixed up, but I believe it's the Cal Shanahan, whatever, offense, you know. He's not that different from his, except that his is set up from a run formation and the other guy's is from a pass formation. It seems like, you know. I don't know. Number two, with a better running game, that involves more play action in the offense, it has to develop a higher yak for our receivers. Yak, it seems like you have to, like you can do well, like Steelers do, you know, we make our way through the season and a lot of the things that we complain about as fans, is that we're one and done, or how many, we're just not making it, right? Depth into the playoffs. The thing that seems to be the thing that separates the teams that go deep or just get in are teams that can develop yak. It's those yards after the catch, and those are something that's set up. This is not a game of checkers. This is a game of chess, and I think that Arthur Smith is a chess player. Number 3, Steeler fans, we could see a fullback on the team again. A real fullback. I'm not taking anything away from Connor Hayward whatsoever, and I think that he has I bet that Arthur Smith is just like loving Connor Hayward. Like there's only one other player that I think, so much. I'm not talking about Connor Hayward. I'm talking about me, a real fullback. A real fullback. Remember Chris Mufalo? Remember? And Rosie. Can you imagine having another Rosie on the team? Talk dirty to me. You don't think that's sexy to have one of them out there? Like, he plays a lot of these two running backs, 21 or 22, right? Formation's heavy, Sometimes he's going to have a fullback. He wants a fullback, So, I don't know about you. I'd give $5 just to see one I formation, fullback in front with Najee behind a fullback. Just do me one for the season, just for old time's sake, for us simple heads. Number 4 is that with his scheme, the way that he wants to play, it's already set up for our roster. Now, I know I just said the thing about the fullback, so I'm talking out of both sides of my face, but we're set up. Think about being Arthur Smith. Like, he came up as an offensive line man. He came up through the offensive line coach, tight ends coach. He has to be salivating over Darnell Washington and the things that he can do. Don't you think? This guy has got to just be like, gimme. And that's the only reason I couldn't say anything about Connor Hayward, because I bet he's doing the same thing for Connor Hayward, but he's probably just like, with Washington, right? And the things that he can do with him. Folks, we're going to see some progression. And then he's got Najee and Jalen. Wow. This roster is set up perfectly for him. It's exactly what we've been looking forward to. The 5, red zone efficiency. I remember back in the offseason, this is when Gentry was, still here or whatever. But I remember thinking, let's just get to the goal line and throw Washington, Gentry, Pickens, and Muth at the line and just throw it up in the air. How many, there's only so many cornerbacks can jump up as high as those guys. Our red zone efficiency is going to be, that's what he's cool at. Folks, follow me. If you would, like the video, please. But I recently started following this cat named Frazier on Twitter, on X. Follow me on X, Steeler Wade Show. And but this guy was pointing out something like stressing the defensive back. I'm pretty ignorant about a lot of the lingo and things. But it was interesting about the things that he was set up for red zone. And with Darnell, we've all been waiting for that. You know what I mean? Now he's already cracked his cherry with his first year. Man, Arthur Smith could make Darnell Washington a North killer. A North killer. And so, like I said, follow me on X. Follow that guy. He's got some really interesting takes. Number 6. Folks, I don't know if you've heard about Le'Veon Bell put out a video last night, whatever, that he's interested in coming back and that he thinks he can do it and this and that. And Steeler fans are going to say this and that and this and that. But this is number 6. Get Le'Veon Bell back and get him as a slot wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. All these people be moaning and moaning like, oh, we got Arthur Smith. Like, say goodbye to the slot receiver, you know. Like, I remember in my other podcast, I'd be talking about how, you know, Boykin's got to love fucking, he's got to love having Smith. Come on. That type of receiver. He's going to be put there. You know, he's going to get some more action. Can you imagine having Le'Veon Bell? Blocking? Like, you would not... Fuck that defense, man. I mean, that defense, whoever we be playing about, would be stressed out. So, folks, those are my top 6 sexy reasons for the hire of Arthur Smith. I hope you have a great new week. And check back. Please share. I really appreciate all that. And if you would, press the like button. It helps me get over 100 views. So I really appreciate it. Have a great week, Steeler Nation AMF.